Okay, it's time to review one of these fixed index annuity duds, the Allianz 222. And my work has been made very easy because there's an advisor out there who posted an online review of this product. And what distinguishes this review from all of the other so-called reviews is that this author is a fee-only fiduciary, which means that this guy, number one, legally works for his clients, and number two, he doesn't earn commissions by saying good or bad things about annuities, unlike all of the insurance agents out there who pretend to be annuity critics, but of course at the end of the day, they're still trying to sell you annuities. And I just watched this Annuity Gator video on YouTube, 35 minutes of splitting hairs talking about all the features of this annuity. And this is what insurance salesmen love to do, muddy the waters and get you all lost in the features when all you really should be doing is cutting to the chase and tell me how much index annuities return. What is going to be my return on investment? Well, according to this fee-only fiduciary, between 1 and 3%. And this author even went ahead and calculated how the Allianz 222 would have performed if you used the S&P 500 index as the crediting method from 2003 to 2013. He also back-tested the same period with a balanced index of 50% stocks and 50% bonds, same paltry 1 to 3% range. Folks, these index annuities are absolute crap financial products that pay paltry returns, and your money is stuck in prison for 10 plus years. But yet there's insurance salesmen out there who are suggesting that you're going to earn 5 to 7% returns, and people are falling for it. Look at this post that I found on the internet. Some advisor who is, and by the way, anyone who tries to sell you an annuity is not an advisor. You're dealing with nothing more than a salesman, a non-fiduciary who doesn't legally work for you and your best interests. They're licensed insurance agents who trick you into trusting them by invoking authority by flashing titles and certifications like Certified Financial Planner, Vice President, Senior Wealth Strategist, etc. But so, not surprisingly, this so-called advisor is trying to convince this person to roll over their thrift savings plan into an annuity because Mr. Advisor doesn't make money unless and until he sells you a product. He makes money by executing transactions, and Allianz pays Mr. Advisor about a 7% commission in the first year if he can make the sale. Follow the money, and the money will always lead you to people's motives. So next, again, the thing about index annuities is that they are so complex that it's impossible to figure out if you're getting a good deal or not. And so insurance salesmen love to be suggestive and let you use your imagination and think that you're getting a good deal. They'll talk about how you get to participate in some of the upside of the stock market, but you're protected from the downside. It sounds like a good deal, but it actually isn't. But people get so fixated on how the annuity might do in comparison to the stock market, when in reality, the insurance company has figured out that by pegging the annuity's accumulation value to an index, like the S&P 500 index, with caps and participation rates, they'll only have to pay you between 1 and 3%. Meanwhile, they've done what you should have done, and they invest it heavily in bonds, which are slow, boring, and consistent, and the insurance company makes out like bandits. By the way, another insurance industry deception is to say that unlike variable annuities, index annuities have no fees. This is both a straw man argument and a shell game all in one. It's a straw man argument because they're comparing one crap financial product to yet another crap financial product. It's like comparing a bad quarterback like Jimmy Clausen to Jamarcus Russell in order to make Jimmy Clausen look good. Well, why not compare Jimmy Clausen to Tom Brady? Why not compare your index annuity to low-cost bond and stock index funds? See, they're trying to trick you into thinking that all of the bad things you've heard about annuities was maybe all about variable annuities and that index annuities are the good annuities. That's nonsense. And then it's a shell game because there's more than one way for the insurance company to get your money and to essentially bill the hell out of you. With variable annuities, there's management fees, but with index annuities, instead of having management fees, they simply have lower performance caps, lower participation rates. They have expensive guaranteed income rider fees. They have lower payout rates. It's a shell game. You know, these insurance salesmen would make really great street corner hustlers. Anyway, last but not least, another insurance industry deception, this is actually the number one deception, is to appeal to investors who are ignorant of bonds and how bonds smooth out stock market volatility. And so Mr. Advisor will use another straw man argument. He'll look at how volatile the stock market is. Oh my God, in 2009, senior citizens had to go back to work at McDonald's after the big stock market crash, and they still haven't recovered. They pretend as if your only choice as an investor is to invest 100% in stocks or sit in cash or put their money into an annuity. It's either red hot or ice cold. They conveniently ignore basic bond stock diversification. The two balance each other out. And it's a mathematical fact that no conservative senior citizens who were properly diversified had to go back to work at McDonald's or were jumping out of windows in New York City after 2008. Anyone who ignores diversification is a lying salesman who is withholding the truth and using a straw man presentation. So if you're actually thinking about dumping any money into an index annuity or any other type of annuity, click the links in the description below this video. Don't get shortchanged by these duds. Don't get tricked by these commission-hungry advisors. Stick with a time-tested, low-cost bond stock index fund portfolio that is 100% liquid if you need to get at some or all of your money, or if you need to rebalance. There's no surrender penalties, and it's taxed at the lower capital gains tax rate.